A very good morning, my dear friends and my dear students. Today, in that class, we will study velocity concept. In the last class, we have studied concept speed and type of speed, how their speeds in different situations can be solved out with the help of numericals. Now, in that class, we will only study velocity. Some important point about velocity. So let us start. First question is that what is velocity? Actually, we know that speed is basically the ratio of distance to time. But if distance to time ratio is specified with particular direction, then that speed automatically change into velocity. So we can say speed with specified direction is called velocity, or or rate of change of displacement of a body is also called velocity. Displacement automatically changing position. So you can also write changing position here. But we have already change of displacement. You can change of position of the body, rate of change of position of the body, or rate of change of displacement. Both are equivalent. So it is represented by V and having formula displacement divided by time. This is the main formula of velocity. Now its unit and dimension. Its SI unit and CGS unit. SI unit is kilometer per hour or meter per second, while centimeter per second this one. This is the CGS unit, this is bigger SI unit, and this is the main SI unit of meter per second velocity. Now, what about dimension? Displacement dimensional and T is this. So this is the dimensional T minus 1 as same like speed. Now, question is that how many type of velocity? Actually, there as usual four type just like speed. First, uniform velocity. Second, non-uniform. Third, average velocity, or you may write average. And fourth, instantaneous. These are the four type of velocity. What is meant by uniform velocity? It means a velocity is said to be uniform if magnitude and direction magnitude and direction of the displacement change with respect to time. Means it is the ratio, means equal displacement covered within equal interval of time. This is about magnitude and direction also. If magnitude and direction of the displacement is same with respect to time, then such motion is called uniform velocity. But here, unequal, unequal displacement covered by body within equal interval of, this is non-uniform velocity, or you may say that the magnitude of either magnitude or direction of displacement change with respect to time, or both of them change with respect to time. This is another form of the non-uniform motion. And one form, this unequal displacement covered by body within equal interval of time. Now average velocity, ratio of total displacement covered by body to the total time taken by the body. Ratio of total distance covered by body to the total time taken by the body. And instantaneous velocity of a body or particle at a particular instant or particular time is called instantaneous velocity. Here if we find the formula for average velocity, it's come out V average del x upon del t. But in case of instantaneous, it will be limit delta t tends to 0, it will be delta. It will be dx upon dt. This is the formula for instantaneous velocity. This is the formula for average velocity. And uniform and non-uniform, there is no formula. In 99% numerical are always asked in average speed and average velocity if you see the numericals from different books. Now we have to understand what are the key main points. First point, velocity may be 0, positive, negative. Second, velocity is a vector quantity. Third, velocity is a vector quantity. Third, if moving cover any path, then direction of instantaneous velocity always tangent to the every point followed by particle. Means the particle starts moving like this one, then air velocity will be this, air velocity will be this, air the velocity will be this, air in this way. Its velocity on the path at every instant tangentially towards the path followed by the particle. This is another key point. Next, especially instantaneous velocity direction will be along the tangent to the path followed by the particle during the wave. Next, fourth, a particle may have constant speed but different velocity. May have means कोई भी पार्टिकल रख सकता है, स्पीड कांस्टेंट होकर वेलोसिटी अलग अलग हो। कब? ड्यूरिंग इन यूनिफॉर्म सर्कुलर मोशन particle having constant speed but different direction. As you see, if this is r radius of circular path, the particle velocity along this one at point this one at point this one at point this one at point this one, and that velocity here in uniform circular motion we generally find acceleration that will be studied in our uniform circular motion that comes out v square upon r, where v is the velocity possessed by the body and r is the radius of that circular path in which body move around it, that is fixed point called center. This is another key point. Next, when particle moves with different velocity in any path, then its instantaneous speed बराबर instantaneous velocity and average speed बराबर average velocity. Means a particle moves with different velocity in any path, then instantaneous speed having same magnitude as instantaneous velocity and average speed will also have same magnitude as that average velocity have. So this is another key point. Now sixth, if velocity continuously changing with time, then its average velocity given as, if particle body velocity continuously changing with टाइम मीन्स अगर एक पार्टिकल की वेलोसिटी टाइम के रिस्पेक्ट में लगातार बदल रही है तो उसकी एवरेज वेलोसिटी का फार्मूला होगा दिस वन in case of continuously changing with time. But if velocity changing continuously with speed distance, then average velocity formula will be v ds integration ds. This is the also formula for finding the average velocity whenever velocity changing continuously with the distance. But in case of time, we will use that formula. In case of distance, we will use that formula. These formulae are more useful in numericals. Now, one main thing, since velocity is basically speed, there is only direction difference. So, its magnitude is also measured by speedometer. Because velocity and speed having same magnitude in any condition when car moving in a straight line, then you will see that speed with specified direction, but there is no direction shown by the speedometer, so you just have see that the speedometer just measures instantaneous speed, but actually at the same time if we consider direction in straight line, then we will say that it can also able to measure instantaneous velocity speedometer. Now that was all about your velocity, types of velocity, some important key points, and one more thing. If average speed always greater equal to average velocity. Why? Because we know that distance is always greater than or equal to displacement. If we divide on both sides by time, then distance by time speed and displacement by time velocity. So average velocity is always greater than or equal to average speed, or average speed is greater than or equal to average velocity. This is very important comparison. If anybody asks what is the relationship between average velocity and average speed, then you must say that average speed always greater than equal to average velocity. It never gets smaller by average velocity. Means average speed is always greater than equal to average velocity, but it never be smaller than average velocity. Now we will do some numericals. So let us start first. A car moves at a velocity this one. Suppose this is the v1 velocity. Here we have velocity v1 2.24 kilometer per hour, and there is a time, first time 1 minute, but it is in hour. You have to take 1 upon 60 hours. Similarly, in the second time 3.60, this is v2 3.60 kilometer per hour, and time t2 1 upon again 60 hours. In second minute, in third minute 5.18. One upon 60. Now calculate average velocity in all these three cases. Average velocity, and we know that average velocity represented by total displacement upon total time taken. So average distance you first have to measure. Velocity into time, distance. Velocity into time, distance. Velocity into time, distance. So first we take distance of S1, S2, S3, S1 will come out 2.24 into 1 upon 60. It will come out plus means 2.24 upon 0 60 into 100. Now it will be kilometer. Now in second it will be 360 60 upon 100. Third 518 60 into 100. It will be a kilometer. Now what you have to add, because this is the total distance that we have to measure. Is 224 plus 360 plus 518, and this is the common. If baseline is same, then upper part always add by mathematics identity. So it will be 60 into 100 into, this is total time. Total time how much? This is in kilometer. Your answer will be in. This is average velocity will be in kilometer per hour. Will be in kilometer per hour. So, and total time 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute means 1 by 60, 1 by 60, 1 by 60. That means 3 upon 60. You have to add. Now 1 upon 20. Now add this, all these. It will be comes out 8 4 12, 1 7 2 9 और 1 10, 5 3 8 2 10 और 1 11 divided by 6,000 into 20. You have to take 20 on upper side. 1 once again add 8 4 12 1 2 8 10 1 5 6 3 और 2 11. Now 0 to 0 cancel out. 2 multiply this 2204 divided by 6 into. Now you have to just divide it and gets the answer, and that answer will be come out in kilometer per hour. That will be the answer for. Now calculate average velocity in these three cases. This is the complete for first case, complete journey. If you want to find it for different cases, very simple. This is the total displacement in first case. What is the time? This, divide this and gets the answer. Velocity, this. So this is the complete answer for the average velocity for entire journey in these three cases. Because in that question there are the three cases. You have to just three cases add and acquire complete journey. For that journey, the average speed generally comes out. Now velocity comes out. Now second numerical. Velocity of particle vary time as this given. V is equal to 40 and calculate the displacement. Okay, we know velocity is displacement upon time. So displacement velocity into time. For displacement taking on that side, differentiation taking integration x integration dt. Now what is the value of v here? 40. You have to put it. It will be 40 dt. Now time limit is 2 to 4 seconds. So x is equal to 2 to 4 seconds 40 dt. 4 taking outside, its integration t dt will be 2 to 4. 4 that will be t square by 2 x की power n. Power is 1. 1 plus 1 divided by 2. So t square by 2. we use formula this one, x n dx. It will be x n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. Now you have to put here 2 and 4. Listen, 4 come out and this you take 2 also come out. It will be 4 का square minus 2 का square. Upper minus lower. It will cut 2. This is 16 minus 4. And it will be 2 and 12. 24. And this is the displacement, and displacement comes out in, this is in second, and second always compare with meter, so the answer will be 24 meter. 24 meter. वेरी सिंपल. वेलोसिटी हमें दे रखी थी, वेलोसिटी ऑफ डिस्प्लेसमेंट अपॉन टाइम होता है. डिस्प्लेसमेंट उधर लेंगे, ये क्या है, डिफरेंशिएशन टेकिंग ऑन दैट साइड, इंटीग्रेशन चेंज, वेलोसिटी की वैल्यू को उठा के रखा. आफ्टर अप्लाइंग लिमिट 2 to 4, टेकिंग 4 आउटसाइड, अप्लाइंग फार्मूला x की पावर n dx, दिस इज t की पावर 1 plus 1 divided by 2, and 2 taking outside and applying upper limit minus lower limit, solve and get answer. I hope you very well understand. Next third. A bird flies due to. So first of all, we have with direction chart here. This is our east, this is our west, this is our north, this is our south. A bird flies due north at velocity 20 meters per second for 15 seconds. So in that direction, bird first go in that direction with speed 20 meters per second and timing holding 15 seconds. Now at rest, for 5 seconds, and then flies due south. This is your north and this is your south, so it comes out in that direction. It will be how much? 10 seconds, 24 meters per second, and time is 10 seconds. This is time t2, and this is t1, and this is velocity v2, and this is velocity v1. Now for whole trip, find the average speed and average velocity. Very simple. First of all, we have to find average velocity, average speed, total distance upon total time. Total distance, let's say out. Velocity and time we have, then we will multiply, we will get a distance. So 20 into 15. 20 into 15. This is the displacement on the that side, and plus distance on that side will be 24 into 10. This is the total distance for entire journey. In total time, 15 seconds here, 5 seconds at rest, it will be 20 seconds, and plus 10, 30 seconds. 15 plus 5 plus 10. 15 plus 5 plus 10. It will be 300, 240, 1530, 540 upon 30, 30. Now 3 equal 3, 3 into 24, 18. And what will be the answer in meter per second? Actually this time, so this is 18 meter per second average velocity, speed, sorry, average speed. Now average velocity, you have to take direction also now. So let's, it is in that direction, its vector is j cap. So total displacement upon total time, total displacement air to air, total displacement 20 into 15, and there is a j cap, and again this 24 into 10, but at that time j in negative direction, it is a lower y axis, so you have to put minus here, and this is j cap divided by total time. Total time as usual 15, 5 plus 10, 15, 5 plus 10. Now 300 g, and it is a 240G divided by 3, as usual this one. Now it will be to 60G upon 30. 300 से 240 गई, कितने बच गई 60G upon 30. Now what is meant that? It means that is doing 60, it will 2G. So this is the speed, but this direction is clear, it will be along y-axis. But what about magnitude? If you find the magnitude of average velocity, then you have to take square root. There is no x, there is no y, there is no I cap, no j cap, it is only a straight line. So it will be j means coefficient of j ka square, that will be 2 plus square. Then how much? Root 4, and it will comes out 2, and that is unit meter per second. This is the magnitude and direction along y-axis. I hope you very well understand all these topics and how numericals are solved. हम अगली क्लास में एक नए टॉपिक के साथ मिलेंगे. ये कॉन्सेप्ट and the last concept, both were so simple, but I explain in a expanded form. Why? Because on this topic only numerical generally asked, and very interesting numerical can be made on these articles. For solving these articles, there is a need to understand the depth knowledge regarding speed, displacement and velocity, distance, etc. All this. In next class, we will study acceleration. How many type of acceleration and how acceleration act in our situations in practical life. Till then, take care and watch this video as much as possible. एक बात और कहना चाहूँगा, पिछले जितने भी वीडियो हैं अगर आप उन्हें वन बाय वन देखते हुए चलेंगे, then all videos are interconnected and will be much helpful to understand the forthcoming topics that will come in the series of this chapter. So please don't try to look anyone out of the series, otherwise you will be confused. Then how such derivations are performed here, because some relations are generally found in previous lecture. So there is a important advice to all of you. Please, whenever you wants to learn or wants to gain knowledge regarding any chapter, you must try watch the video from the first part to end part in a serial order without skipping, otherwise you will be more confused and face lots of problems. So I hope you understand what I am telling to you. We will meet you once again with a new topic with all of you and gain much more knowledge. Thank you so much. Take care and good day to all of you, my dear friends and my dear lovely students. Thank you so much.